Hey, come here for a second. I want to talk to you about the Storm 17, because the first time you sit down with it, you immediately feel like you've stepped into a different class of performance, the kind you don't just notice, you rely on. This is for the person who refuses to pretend mid-range laptops are still enough. For the person who knows the difference between frames that work and frames that feel alive. If you're the kind of person who can sense quality the second a machine wakes up, you're exactly who this was built for. Before you get pulled in, check the current price and stock. Big screen systems like this never stay steady for long. You know that moment when your old laptop finally pushes you too far? Maybe it was the thermal throttling mid-match, or the way it hesitated every time you opened a project, or how the fans screamed just to survive basic tasks. That's when you realize you've outgrown compromise. When you move on from that kind of struggle, the relief is instant, almost physical. It feels like your entire setup finally stops dragging behind you. Using the Storm 17 every day, you start noticing it in the rhythm of your life. Games feel sharper and more reactive on that big 17.3-inch QHD panel. Movements track cleanly. Worlds look deeper. Even outside gaming, editing, multitasking, streaming, working, it never feels like you're asking too much. There's a confidence in knowing your machine won't choke when you need it to stay strong. Imagine taking it to a coffee shop, opening the lid, and your session just flows. Or sitting down at night, lights low, keyboard glowing, and your game world explodes with clarity and speed. Or editing footage on the go, stacking layers, color grading, exporting, and everything stays smooth without those old stutters that used to break your focus. Once you experience this level of responsiveness, settling for anything weaker feels impossible. If you're hovering on the decision, don't wait too long. Price jumps hit performance laptops more than anything else, and stock swings without warning. And if you're wondering whether a machine this powerful is too much, that doubt fades fast. The surprising part isn't the speed, it's the calmness in the way it handles pressure. You expect power. What you don't expect is how clean and controlled everything feels, even when you push it hard. That balance is what wins you over. There's a pride that comes with owning something built to this level. You set it on a desk and it feels like your standards finally match your gear. You start carrying yourself differently because you know your setup won't fall short anymore. Pros: you feel smoother gameplay, richer visuals, instant responsiveness, more freedom to multitask, and a big screen presence that makes everything feel more cinematic. Cons: the size makes it less travel-friendly and the power brick adds weight. Eventually, you stop scrolling through endless comparison videos and admit you already know which one feels right. You choose the one that fits the future you're already aiming for. If the Storm 17 feels like the upgrade you've been avoiding but secretly wanting, check the link, see the current price, and don't let this be one of those decisions you look back on wishing you moved sooner.